I'm very strict. Like when it comes
Street babe 101.
Strict babe 101. Like I'm not sexually forgiving. Even though your therapist shouldn't be telling you not to, because it's like, second time sex gets instrumentally better, but like it's like, if this is my standard and you're here or here, I'm not training. I don't even have time to train at this my old age. I can't be training you to be.
I feel like that's someone else's problem.
You can't. I'm just not that patient.
What's good, guys?
Hi.
I go by the name T, aka T Garbs, and this is my favorite girl, Valerie. And we have a special guest, my little baby, Fonzworth. Say hello. He's in a bad mood. And we have an even specialer guest today.
Not specialer.
But you knew that was coming. We have an even specialer guest today, Halima.
Are you Halima? Should we introduce you as Halima or Hausa Chocolate?
Hausa Chocolate is fine.
Hausa Chocolate.
Halima.
I like how you say it. Hausa Chocolate.
Hausa Chocolate.
Hausa Chocolate.
Hausa Chocolate.
That's why I said that.
Hausa Chocolate.
No, it's Hausa Chocolate. Hausa Chocolate.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Thank you so much for coming on the podcast.
Thank
I'm
you for
excited,
having me.
but I'm scared as well.
Why are you scared?
Yeah,
I feel like, obviously, as they see you, they know what we're here to talk about.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it though that you've, like, that is like a brand that you've owned it. Have you finished? I know that you were training for, you were trying to write and you're trying to do something. Have you done
my
it?
sex therapy certification.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
I'm dragging.
How's
I mean,
that going?
it's going well. To be honest, I told myself like my deadline to finish was like this month, but when I'm in Lagos, the rocks are too much.
Okay.
So I just
And
have
it's your birthday.
exactly
Almost.
it's birthday month as
On
well.
Monday?
No, it was my
Oh.
birthday on the 2nd.
Mhm.
Yeah. So let's say soon to be certified sex therapist.
Okay.
By the grace of the Lord. I just when you've come so far and there's that final push and everything. So I'm just dragging my feet, but yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
So you also have hurricane toys.
Yes, I do. Hurricanes. Also, I sell sex toys. In fact, let me
Okay,
introduce myself. In
Okay,
case you don't
yes,
know me,
yes.
you can call me Halima or Lima, aka Hausa Chocolate, aka
It happen.
It be like that sometimes.
It happen.
AKA Haram Chocolate, AKA Orgasm Gap Eradicator,
He's good to
Come
AKA
on with orgasm gap eradicate.
yes,
I love that.
AKA Orgasm Organizer of the Federation,
that.
host of Spit or Swallow Pod,
Okay,
Let's
per.
go.
president of the Baddies.
Come on.
Okay.
Yes, I'm here. Thank you.
Okay. I love that introduction.
Yay. Fonzworth.
Sounds what? It's biting me.
That's why
Why
I...
it tickles. Halima, thank you for that incredible introduction. Fonzworth is distracting us.
I swear.
So let's should we just get into the topic first, or what do you think? So before we get into the topic, we're going to read this babe's response to, what would you ask? Like workplace romances?
Yes.
So she says, "Hi ladies, thank you for your advice. I finally left the relationship. Guess what? He called me saying that he doesn't see a future with me and that he sees a future with another girl because she's ready to settle
I
down.
love that for you, babe.
What is funny here is that he was asking me out for a year plus before I decided to give him a chance. And while we were friends, he said he wanted something serious, which I agreed to because I also wanted something serious. By the way, I'm 20. And I love to get married after my master's degree in 2024. At 21?
At 21.
Ha! Now, wow.
Come on, you people are trying, no?
Alima is so quiet.
No, I'm taking it all in now, guys.
Okay.
Let's
So
process.
she said the girl was always messaging him on Snapchat whenever we are together. When her messages come in, he's always like, why is she disturbing me? So this week, he messaged me saying, let's go out and resolve things. And I was like, I thought she said you wanted to be with the other lady because she was ready to settle down. He was like, who cares about the lady? Like, I'm so shocked. After God, fear men. My dear, you said it all. But I feel like
I'm concerned. The 20.
why are you trying to get married when you're 21? What do you think is
You-
the appropriate age to get married?
In this life, there's nothing like appropriate.
age.
Yeah, because everything is very contextual to, you know, people, their choices, experiences, cultures, all of that stuff. But I do find that more people are happier when they get married later.
I feel like
you would rarely find anyone who gets married early that's not like, oh, I wish I didn't wait. Or, you know, some people will always do, well, oh, I'm happy I had my kids on this and that. But, you know, there's so much to experience in like I'm someone who, I don't even believe people should be dating in university. I think that, you know, I think you should be exploring and having fun. Some people have like serious relationships that they take from uni into like the world
life,
and you don't
high school sweethearts.
Yeah, exactly, those kind of things. It's like you need to learn to discover yourself outside of the sphere of a relationship, outside of being with, you know, one person. So but if you really feel like you want to get married, I mean, obviously ask yourself the reason. Is it societal pressures? Is it, you know, how much experiences have you had, you know, on streets before you because and I also find that a lot of people, when you give yourself a timeline deadline for certain milestones, you tend to make certain decisions based on a box ticking
you're just
like,
as opposed to
as opposed to finding your person and feeling like, oh yeah, I can build a life with you. I love how you treat me. I love how we are. It's the rational or irrational next step, not just, oh, I want to get married by 2024. He wants to be serious. Okay, his girlfriend is this, is that. It's like, for me, those things, it's just the next stage. And then, you know, I feel like most times it leads to some form of regret or you lose, you know, in certain ways.
To be honest, I got married when I was 26 and I thought I was young. I got engaged when I was 25 and I got married when I was 26. And I honestly felt like I was young.
That sounds young to me.
It sounds like if I feel like. And what's so funny is my sister actually told me to wait till I was 30. But
really?
Yeah. But like I felt like I was ready and turns out I wasn't. So anyway.
But you know, back then, there was that thing of, as a woman, once you finish uni, okay, you've done your masters, like what are you waiting for? And then that whole nonsense clock against 30 where it feels like 30 is old. Like people getting married at 24, 25, 26 was normal. It's even worse in the north. If you're not married between like 18 to like 23, they be looking at you like, oh, you got married really old and stuff. But obviously and if you think about a lot of parents, well, maybe not mine, but like a lot of parents did get married at like 18, 19, like much younger.
They did get married
so
early.
it was actually normal for us to see that at that time. Like it was the right thing to do or a normal thing to do to get married in your early 20s. But obviously, you know, some people were on the streets. The game today and the game back then is not the same. You know, it's not the same.
I think about my parents' and I think by my age, my mum was married 2 kids deep.
At my age, my mom had me when she was 35.
Really?
Ooh,
that's I like
nice.
that.
I like that.
I like that.
So I feel like, you know, generally my parents have never, ever pressured any of us to get married.
Same.
Like when I actually told my dad I was getting funny, so when my ex was asked my hand, my dad called me and he was like, please come to the house, I have gist for you. And my ex had already asked me, so when I went home, I was wearing the ring. And my dad was like,
wait, so it's
you said yes?
It's true, it's not play.
Like my dad was actually like,
my dad was like, just small play.
He was like, my dad was convinced that he was like, and to be honest, he sort of was right. He had his reservations. He felt I was young. He felt like I was still starting out in my career. And like, not that those are necessarily the reasons why it didn't work out, but I do understand where he was coming from. Yeah. But like, you know, love is a very strong feeling. And
and when you're in it, boy.
You get what I mean? And I guess that's just what led us to like where we are. But then I just feel like thinking about wanting to get married when you're 20 either shows like a very, very strong sense of self, which I'll ultimately respect, or it just feels like you're trying to tick a box.
Yeah.
So I feel like you need to think about.
Sometimes, to be honest, it feels right in the moment. I think there's only one time in my life where I've ever come close to being married.
Really?
And
was it how like?
But I was like 22, and
how old was he?
I think it was like 3 years older than me, so like 25, 20, 26. But yeah, it was one of those ones where like the love was shocking us and stuff. And the relationship was, I always say like that's one relationship that I would say like was more or less almost perfect. We barely ever argued. It was very emotionally safe. Sometimes I blame that relationship for like making me like, because I was wicked in my youth, wicked in my
I'm
teens,
screaming.
wicked. But that was one. And I mean, I'm someone who I like fights. Like, no, obviously, I think I said that on many times. When they say, "Oh, this one," I don't not physical fight, but like I like
You
a
like a
little
bit of
tussle.
back
I
and
like you.
forth.
I like some.
You like to is
I
it
like
Scorpio in
passion.
you?
I like passion. I don't like when it's too easy. But that relationship was just one where, if I was like, sorry. I'm just like, so there was one part of me that was just like, oh, mom, but it's okay. But it was cool. It was nice. It was great. But then we just
So why
had,
the end?
it was one, kids. He wanted like 5. Me. How? Why? Never. Then where to live was the mainest thing. And at the same time, I also felt like, when you said, oh, when you're in love, I feel like no matter how deep I am in love, like my sense is always like first, because I feel like I have a duty to protect myself and
Yes,
like
I agree.
who I am. And it's like, yes, this love may be shocking you, but if I feel like some parts of my soul, I have to, put them away, or I will always just leave, because
fair
in this life, yes, I believe that you can have soulmates and stuff, but the story will route something, better will come. And so it was just one of those ones where we had said, okay, if we're together for one more year, it was even that one where he met my family had met his family.
Wow.
His mother will even be jabbing saying, Halima, when you marry myself, if you marry myself, she's like, oh, you're going to inherit all my. She was like, it was just so cute. But we just couldn't, those were the two things we couldn't agree on. So every time we bring it up, then one time we had a conversation in front of his mom, and then me and her had it, and she now tried to do this whole, you should choose, choose love, basically, that you guys are so good together, everybody knows you, even me. So, but I'm just like, like, I just finished NYC, I just got confirmed, like, my life is just starting. And what I said was, like, I feel like at that time, I had an experienced cup of life, and it was, like, here. Granted, there were many things where I felt like there's some people who, with them by your side, you can still do basically almost everything you want. And that's how I felt. But where we were going to be, I'm like, I don't want my life to revolve around me and your family, and I just have to let it go. If someone is telling me I should marry them, I should be excited, not panicking, like, oh my God, you're about to steal like my future.
I agree.
And so I don't regret that decision. It was wonderful. It was perfect. It gave me like the standard of how I want someone to treat me.
So it served a purpose.
So and with everything you can always take the good. And that's one person I can never badmouth in any way. But when I even look back in retrospect, I'm like, yeah, that wasn't just my forever person, and that's it.
Fair enough. I feel like that's a very mature way to look at it. Because I mean, I feel like this is when I was talking about marriage.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the topic of the day. So we're talking about what makes good sex and sexuality. Abby?
Yeah.
And I feel like no better person to have a conversation with than with you.
Thank you.
So Halima, spit or swallow.
People always do that. People always do that.
That's what she does.
So what is your answer as an almost licensed sex therapist?
My answer is always it depends, bro. It depends on who.
Yeah,
it depends on the
agreed.
mood.
We
It depends on
agreed
the
on that.
taste. It
Yeah.
depends on all of that stuff. Yeah, but for the most part, I feel like if it's in my mouth, I'm more likely to swallow anyway.
'Cause it's already there.
But like
Imagine
But sometimes almost some tastes have sent me straight to the bathroom.
What do you mean?
Sorry, I was just imagining some really nasty, like, imagine if you taste cum that is like so disgusting and you barf.
No. Some have tasted really bitter, and I've noticed that
Bitter?
smokers don't have the best tasting.
Sure.
Yeah.
I want
They don't do.
Is it by force?
But especially not even just to be honest, actually, that's also one thing about like I don't want to say I don't enjoy sex with stoners, but I don't like kissing them because they always have weed breath, and that's such a huge turn off.
Oh.
Yeah. For me. But then
Because
nicotine,
Valerie was really trying to champion.
but then
No. I'm talking about me. I still prefer. There's nothing. She has not disputed that stoners know how to fuck. She hasn't disputed it.
I'm just talking about the mouth area.
She hasn't
so
disputed it.
kissing
So
is
are you
like
disputing that? Are you just in this? Is that what?
Stoner dick is good dick.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I'll go ahead and call it the greatest dick.
It's
I've
not the
ever
greatest,
experienced.
but it's good.
Yeah, I mean, the dick itself. But you take away from the experience when I'm low-key dodging your mouth because that shit is like, it's not necessarily even off. It just makes their mouth dry and then I can taste the thing and I'm just like, oh, I'd just rather not.
I guess because you're not a smoker.
Yeah, maybe.
What's wrong with you?
But even nicotine as well. Like nicotine is something that translates into cum too. you taste that shit.
Interesting.
So, yeah.
You learn every day.
You learn, honestly.
So, Halima, what do you think makes good sex? In general, should we do it in general or should we do it for you?
I don't like to use me as the SI units because my own tastes are a bit to the left. And my young
What do you mean by to the
my
left?
young and upcoming, I feel like sometimes people want me to answer questions because they want to say sex therapist Halima said this, so I'm going to mirror that.
Yeah.
But so yeah, so that there's the people, for instance, people always ask me, when do you think is the best age to have sex? There's no answer to that. I will never answer that question because it's really subjective. What makes good sex? I mean, the first thing obviously is always communication. There's no, I mean, let's even backtrack. Consent.
Okay.
Actually,
Yeah.
let's start from the basics. There cannot be good sex without consent, except obviously it is non-consensual consent. But even within that dynamic of sex, there is still some form of consent. Obviously communication as well. And we always say communication, but you still hear and know and experience that people struggle to actually talk about sex, talk about their preferences, talk about what they like. What some people don't even know what they like, so that's even an entire conversation, entirely. And we still live in a very judgmental climate when it comes to sex. So you find people are not showing up as their true sexual selves. So they're having sex, but it's like, okay, I know I want this cup in my bum bum, but I'm just gonna be
not
like,
the cup in your bum
like,
bum.
just missionary, or it's like sometimes you're kinky, you want BDSM, you want this, you want it fast. It can even just be like, there was something, okay, no, it wasn't you that posted it, about you being comfortable enough to say, I don't want to have sex anymore mid-sex. Like, you should be able to be like, calm down. You don't owe anyone an orgasm. Don't think, because he has, if it's done, if it doesn't feel right, if your body is feeling a certain type of way. So yeah, it's like,
you should be able to say that.
Do you think dirty talk makes for good sex as well?
For people who like it, for me, for sure, but it also depends on who. There's some people who like, it's like, you're not zaddy, so don't be giving me zaddy. Who's a bad? You're like, shut the fuck up, nigga.
Bye.
Like, no, you who is a bad boy. Like, exactly. So that's also something that I find funny, because when they say, what's your sexual profile, are you a dom, are you a sub, are you a switch? So I'm someone who, I like control, I also like to relinquish control. So but some men are always like, I'm dumb, and then you just want to come and dumb inside. It's not gonna happen, because the stubborn girl in me now will now enter up. And I'm just like, no, we're down there tussling instead of enjoying like them. So I'm just like, nah, like sometimes I actually bust out laughing, like, oh, like that. The fuck are you talking to? So sometimes you have to like be able to adjust, your sexual taste. It's like, just because you're doing that one for all those years, that's not what you're gonna do.
That doesn't necessarily mean. Okay. Yeah. Have you had bad sex before?
Excuse me. Bad sex? No, but I will say short sex to me a lot of times is bad sex. But I personally prefer long sex. So if it's,
we've had this conversation.
Yeah. Before. So if it's short, then like once again, I was literally holding my nose, like, but I wanted to laugh, not because it was bad.
Oh.
Like, it was so mid. And then, I mean, to be fair, like, so anytime I think of like all my sexual experiences, all of them are pretty decent, but that one stands out because, one, it was short, and then two, the strokes were like, it's like, how can your strokes be so, like, your penis is beautiful, you're tall, you're 6'4", you're fine, but your strokes are just, there's weak. No rhythm. It doesn't even have direction. I literally was laughing because I was just like, I mean, and he had told me, he's like, yo, I'm not freaky, I'm not kinky, but I'm going to give you the best missionary you've had in your life.
I need men to
and it was the worst missionary I
feel like
had
9 times out of 10, when someone says they're about to give you the best sex, really include sex act here of your life, they end up giving you the literal worst thing.
That's a prerequisite for me. Or is that the right English? If you tell me you're going to show me a kiniko, I don't go. Because I don't like disappointments.
I feel like if you have to say it, that means you're going to do rubbish. Yes. That's I'm sorry, but like that's just how I see it. Like, I just feel like
it's so funny because
Karen. But it's so funny that I was having this conversation today with 2 of my friends, and we're talking about how when you meet a man, like 7 times out of 10 you can't tell if you can fuck or not.
how do you women tell these things? Because I'm not
Halima, what do you think about that
that
theory?
talent.
So that theory, honestly, I don't.
I said 7 times out of 10.
Yeah, so for me,
That's
I
high.
just
That's
don't.
70%.
It's still, yeah, that's.
How do you do it?
It doesn't, trust me. For me,
My radar has never failed me.
based on my
Eh.
based on my experiences, it doesn't always translate.
Mine always does.
But I think that it's also because of what I categorize as
good sex.
good sex. And a lot of times too, sometimes some people are good with what they're doing, like, but I'm just not feeling it. And then, so it's like in terms of, I remember there was this person where I'm like, acrobatically, you know what you're doing. There was
Not
one time where
acrobatically.
he did one thing like this. I don't know how my yash was in there. He just used his leg to turn. I'm like, okay, but still.
Bye.
I was like, okay,
Yeah,
well,
and
fair. But it's like you're not coming back. It ain't finna happen. Like it's just but to be honest, that's also another thing about me. I've say I'm very strict. Like when it comes
Strict babe 101.
Strict babe 101. Like I'm not sexually forgiving. Even though your therapist shouldn't be telling you not to, because it's like, second time sex gets instrumentally better, but like it's like, if this is my standard and you're here or here, I'm not training. I don't even have time to train at this my old age. I can't be training you to be.
I feel like that's someone else's problem.
You can't. I'm just not that patient, and yeah. So
right now for you, is bad sex only when it's short?
Oh no, there are lots of things that make bad sex.
Oh, you said smoker's breath.
But okay, yeah, one. If I feel like I wouldn't even.
And we're talking about the penis, not the breath.
I didn't say
I mean,
anything.
but kissing is part of the entire package. So that's the thing. So at the end of the day, when I'm scoring, when I'm doing my leaderboard, you're not going to be on number one because
the leaderboard.
Yeah, exactly. Because you get like kissing is so. For me, that's actually the fastest way to get me aroused. So now, obviously, I've cut that off. I don't have to like get in my head or like just allow things to start.
Mental math is much.
Do you understand? So the thing is, it's good because I mean, some of my top stallions,
smokers.
They're smokers. So it's just like
brush.
Yeah, so I always do that. But then I just skip I'm just like, I don't even want to taste the remnants. Just bring the penis off your partner. So it's
no, I'm not gonna lie. I can't G if you're not lipsing me. What? Me and kissing.
That used to be me before because it's funny because I said I miss like pre-penetrative sex days when niggas knew virgination because you make out for like 2 hours. Your lips will be swollen. Niggas will chow you for 3 hours.
No, that's much.
No, it was mad. Those days were fantastic.
You know what's so funny? I never had that because I lost my virginity when I was 15.
So
I never.
No, I did that for years, bro.
I never.
I heard there was even one time that I even just heard this one like January this year that my gist on streets was virgin and show
dead.
Wait, sorry?
If I screw
you're joking.
I'm serious because niggas thought that the thing is I'm somebody who, and I also got reaffirmed in this. People have always over sexualized me because even before like Instagram, there was always like Hausa Chocolate on Twitter. I used to tweet and all of that, and obviously we'll be there be tweeting, Kinks. But I'm just like, I'm not having sex. Like I always thought there was a time I was forming no husband's house, no sex.
Dead.
Yeah. For real. But people just think that, the thing is, people think, because this is my career or because I'm very open and liberated and stuff. I would say liberation is your right to choose.
So, I guess we can, we've not asked you.
That
what bad sex is to you. Oh, we've not asked me.
You haven't asked you.
You tell me first.
I think bad sex, is just a lack of coordination.
Scattered strokes.
1. 2, I never expect the first time me and a person are intimate to be fireworks. That I don't really? Because 100%. I don't know. I feel like I'm very delusional, but there's some things I want to be realistic about. And I feel why I don't expect fireworks is because you can carry your experience from everybody and throw it on my head. It might not be what I want.
Of course.
Do you get? Sure. So I feel like just being open to communicate, and say, okay, I don't like that, do this, this, and that. Me, I am an instruction manual.
I'm dead.
I don't like to waste my time. I don't like.
So you
to
don't
stress
shy away from
myself.
saying, "Oh no, lick it, suck it, bite it."
100%.
Okay.
I am Coach Carter.
What if they say
I
no?
will I leave.
Oh no, the fuck?
I leave. One thing about me is at any point I always tell people I'm here for a good time, not a long time. When Drake said I used to say, God forbid, oh no, I'll be here for a long time in Jesus' name. But I realized I'm here for a good time. Or more, if the good time does not last forever,
It's not good timing, man.
I go. The prayer is that we can make the good time last long. But honestly, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. If it's not going, I go.
Fair enough.
If it's not going, me, I go.
I'm laughing because I thought of something. I just realized that. Sorry, first of all, sorry to cut you off. In the last episode, when I covered the mic, it did not work because they could still hear what I was saying. No.
Oh, you were whispering.
I was trying to say something. It didn't work, but I didn't end up saying it, so
Okay.
that's good. But then I was just going to say that what conceals for me as I was going to say something that conceals for me as bad dick, but I don't want I realized I said it and I wanted to cover my mic and say it, but then bad sex rather. But then I realized that when I cover my mic,
It's still, yeah.
So I think bad sex for me is no foreplay.
Oh yeah, 100%. People still aren't doing foreplay in this big 2023.
Yeah.
That's I'm
Some people
sorry.
just get into it. I feel like if there's no foreplay, I don't enjoy it.
No.
I think it's mood dependent though. There's some days when it's on site and it's like foreplay
at
is
least you
like
kiss,
it's
you suck
like
breast. You kiss, you suck breast.
At the very least.
Like you've actually.
no, fair enough, Sha, to be honest. Like the thing is, so there was a time when I used to be like, I can never have sex without kissing. Oh my god.
No.
I'm very much.
I can never, but like, okay, let me just actually describe what good sex is for me, so that I'm clearer. Bonzo's, you want to say what good sex is for you?
Please,
I should not know what sex is.
please,
though.
Bonzo is a baby.
So I was gonna say that good sex for me doesn't necessarily have to be long. 20 minutes is fine. 15-20 minutes is fine.
No, not quickie, but continue.
As in the entire endeavor. As in the entire endeavor.
I'm more of a round girl than a long
Marathon.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm in the
You
marathon.
prefer sprints.
I'm more of
She's
a
like, break it up.
Yeah, I'm more of a rounds. Like, let's try somewhere else or something else.
Switch
or,
positions.
yeah.
Yeah, actually, me too.
So that's so obviously switching positions as well. I hate like just sex in one position. There's something about it.
Yeah, like no, that's I don't have I ever even
After
done
I
that.
was like, okay, see your nose hair. Like, what are we doing?
Screaming.
What else will I say? Definitely like kissing and like I said, foreplay. What else counts as sex for me? Mean stroke, man. I need that mean stroke. I need to.
But what makes a mean stroke?
Honestly, I feel like length.
He's like,
I said
she's about to say
I
some
feel
haram
like,
shit.
I feel like I don't know. What makes for a good stroke? I don't think we're in the best position to answer that question.
Why are we not in Miss
Why
Haven't you been
are we
receiving
not the
good
ones
strokes?
receiving the stroke?
What makes for a good stroke? I guess speed, technique, and force.
No, don't say force, because there are a bunch of niggas out there that are like, yeah, it's going.
So this
and
is
it's not.
why when you ask me like what is good sex to me, I'm like I don't always want to start with my own personal preference because obviously what makes a good stroke for me is one, your physiology. I'm sorry, like I just
Did you see how she packaged how big
know
your
what?
dick is? Did you see how she
Yeah,
packaged?
I feel like size definitely
it's
matters.
the physiological
like
and it's not even just like the
matters.
size, it's the look. So you know
Yes, I hate
how
an ugly ass penis.
come on, we don't body shame over here.
Is that body shaming?
Yes,
Why
now,
you call this
you
one
just
penis
called
ugly?
someone's penis
If
ugly.
they said ugly pussies now, we would take it personal.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. So you know how you see a penis and like you know that prayer you just before the first time you see a dick and you're just like God please, God please, God please. And then drop the pants and you're like, yeah, this is my speck of penis. So I can almost always tell what will feel good by how it looks. Like, you know, there's some that can be not someone shaking his head.
Do you like a curved penis?
No.
I like a dick with a little bit of curve. Hit that pussy, Captain Hood.
I mean, I could honestly my favorites are straight
see.
to the point, straight, thick. And then I don't like when they have like the mushroom head that's too extended.
Ain't no way, no fucking way.
I hate that. I instantly understood what she
I
meant.
know I don't like that. I know what you're talking about.
When I was
I kind of
younger-
like that though.
When I was younger,
Maybe for sucking, sure, but
one
like,
of my worst sexual encounters ever when I was younger was hooking up with somebody, and it was funny enough. It was a one night stand, but I know the person.
Okay.
His dick was so short, we couldn't doggy. That's the worst thing I've ever experienced in my life because, like, I don't know how to explain it because he kept trying.
No.
of course, but your ass will be pushing him back. It'll be pushing him out. So what happens is the thing is obviously if you're with a partner whose size is different from what you prefer, you always have to.
No, this sex therapy degree
Yeah,
is really going on.
You always have to adjust the positions, yeah, because you have to. If you have to work with what you are given, then obviously like. You have to adjust. You have to change the positions.
God,
Always,
I don't
he
want to
can't be.
endure, I want
He
to
can't be. He
enjoy,
can't be
wait.
trying to. You can't be doing doggy when you know you have the badonk and his penis is short.
I'm sorry. Like, let me just not sound very unchristian. Let me just free what I want to say.
No,
Yeah.
say, and now I want to hear.
No.
say
So you know how obviously, yeah, there are obviously people who would end up in a relationship before having sex or whatever. And some, if you do the slow burn thing where you already like the person, you've already built, you know, you guys delay your intimacy up until a certain point, then you have sex and like, everything is good. Maybe like the kissing, the head, the fingers. So for me, fingers is also a huge part. So I love fingers. So like fingers, your tongue, your lips is just the stroke that is just not quite there yet. So for some time, so for me now, someone like that, I will leave them in my rotation, but you cannot be king. You try to be there because some days they're useful.
Rotation.
So you know that like with that one, there's certain positions I'll more likely be on top because I can control where you put the pressure. You can put it against your G spot or you rub your clit or whatever G it.
Okay.
So yeah, so it's like if you so if you have to deal with that, then you know. And some
Are you
sick?
What did I do? No, what did I do?
She's just like, yeah, if it's not
No
sizing,
way.
we're not doing all of that. But you know, these are real issues that people face.
Go for
But when it comes to me and my life, you know, it's just like
Go
you know.
forgive me if you drop your pants and it looks like it's a waste of time. I'm having a headache and I have to go
You
home.
say you have a headache?
I'm oye.
I'm dead.
Dead. Me, listen. I don't feel there is like too late of a time to back out.
stop swallow, of course.
I don't think
I
there's
agree.
too late of a time
There's
to
never
back
any
out.
time to say
My
that,
dear,
I agree.
you can be looking in my eye and something has just said
Nah.
no. It's to say please
Dismount.
They say, dismount.
Honestly,
Come down.
like get the fuck off me, man.
And they say what's wrong? I tell them nothing is wrong.
So you know,
That's
so
me.
that's one thing that I find like really difficult to do. That's why, you know, sometimes I just be ghosting these niggas. But it's like to be like, see, yeah, everything was nice, but I can't work with what you have, like, because it's not a nice thing to do.
I don't think you can tell.
You can't tell. Yeah, you can't tell. You can't.
You
You
tell your
can.
pussy
You just
slack
say
chat.
it's
Yeah, exactly. You get- but you know how they're just somewhere you're just so aroused. Like, have you ever had an experience where you're so aroused but you're just feeling nothing because it's not thick enough to grip the slippery walls?
Men are in trouble.
Do you know what?
So you know what?
No.
I used one of those people that I say, oh, size doesn't matter. I like. For me, it does.
No, for me it does.
And I feel like there's just something about it that, like you were saying, you can make it work for yourself.
Yeah.
And as opposed to like just laying there. But me, I like being a pillow princess, so I can't lie.
No, I'm not a pillow princess.
No, I feel like I have.
I feel like it depends on my mood. But I can be a pillow princess. Do you know the thing about it is I've realized that no, I'm not a pillow princess, sorry.
That's why I was really.
Sorry, I was joking. Just kidding.
Just kidding.
But like, I feel like, should we talk about our favorite sex positions?
Okay. Collapse doggy.
Oh, that's the one. And you
Elite.
need a great dick to do that, especially as a
Elite.
babe who has bum. You need it.
Collapse doggy is the best.
You
I
need that.
agree.
That's my
Closely
favorite
followed by
one.
missionary.
I don't like mommy and daddy style. I don't really like mommy
So
and
I've
daddy
come to
style.
realize
Because I like my toes
missionary.
getting sucked. Oh wow, this is so nice.
I like missionary when I'm in love with you for sure.
I like
when
my
feel-
toes.
Yeah, I
I like
feel
my
like that
toes.
should
I like
be-
my toes getting
So
sucked.
what does that have to do with missionary?
Because like
Valerie.
my legs are
No,
like.
of course, because I just even watched.
Oh,
this thing
as
that
in
real
you're
life
gonna
sent
do
to you.
your leg
No,
on
When
your
so there was
shoulder.
this guy
And then-
talking about how he likes toes, and it was like, oh, in missionary when her feet are just beside you, you just put in your mouth and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, so
I love that shit. So like, I feel like close second is definitely missionary,
Oh,
and then oral sex.
I think if someone sucked my toes, I might collapse. Honestly,
Honestly, you will from orgasms.
no, I wouldn't.
Okay.
I would collapse because I don't know what my feet are doing, and then you lips them after.
Are you
Their
dirty?
toes are
Are you
hanging in your
dirty?
mouth.
Are you walking in Yaba before you go and have sex?
bad.
So,
That's
so
right,
that's
that's
the
right.
thing. I have to feel like my feet are really clean because me, I love being barefooted. Like,
My feet are clean.
they're clean, but there's bacteria on the floor. Bro. But to be fair, sex is a dirty game. Like it's like
Are we? Is that
We're
really
gonna-
the problem?
you're gonna-
The bacteria that you're worried
no, but now I
entering
just
your
put that in
mouth.
my head. Like, oh, if sucks your
No.
toes, and I wants to kiss you after. But then to be fair, I can suck my own toes, and I can suck. Guys,
Sorry,
okay,
what's
niggas' toes.
happening here?
Honestly, everybody's toes.
I didn't mean sucking my own toes like this.
Okay.
I meant, when you said, oh, after he sucks your toes, then he lips you.
Yeah.
So obviously, it's the
Okay, yeah,
bacteria.
yeah,
So I'm just
okay,
like,
okay.
obviously, I can suck my own toes. So
Okay,
it's
perfect.
not.
I was really thinking how it's gonna come into play when
Oh,
you're lifting kilo day, kuleti.
Have you ever,
Yeah.
have, you
They're very
ever,
flexible.
have you ever tried to suck your own titties before?
Yeah, 100%.
Valerie, have you?
Don't lie.
I'd rather not answer.
Can you reach?
My nephew uses this as a clip.
Why not fucking use that as a clip? But I
Don't lie.
I don't know answer.
I'm gonna take that as an admission.
Of course, it's
good.
yes. It's a hard yes.
Yeah, back to these toes. Yeah, back to because every time people tell me, oh, they suck my toe. This is it. It's wrestling. So will you suck a man's toes?
Nope.
Yes.
You're a witch.
I
You're a
would.
witch.
To be honest,
If his feet are
he asked
soft
me
and
nicely.
nice,
If
I
he asked
would.
me
nicely.
I would.
I would. Okay, so now that I think about it, because I was thinking about really ugly feet, so I've actually now narrowed it down to
The ugly you
the
can
person's the most likely.
Don't bring your football leg near me.
the
Sha,
most
for
likely
sure.
food
I don't want your
toe sucking.
corn.
He has nice toes.
I don't want your corn feet. But if your toes are clean, for sure, I would. I don't think there's any body part that's out of bounds.
So
to
what
me.
is the process of sucking feet? You start at the big toe, and you work your way down.
No,
or
you
what?
just suck the big toe.
Just suck the big toe. You can even. Some people are really into feet, so they'll be rubbing them
Like,
and sniffing, licking.
That is
lifting.
what I prefer. Honestly,
Yeah, like sloppy.
get
Yeah,
in
like
there, man.
give head to the toe, basically.
Toe me, baby.
Exactly. So on your way to head, you can start like at the bottom.
Don't start
just be
anywhere.
Like,
Halima, please don't threaten me with a good time.
relax, tranquilo.
Do you know what? Yeah. Do you know what the crazy thing is? Yeah, I think if I tell people the type of things I like to do, they will look at me and say,
Share, baby.
"But
Let's
you
hear.
don't
give
like
off those
sucking toes."
You eat ass.
For sure.
No, I don't.
Really?
No.
Why?
Men are scary.
Somebody put me with chopping skid marks.
Small chocolates.
Men are scary. I am a choke me spit in my mouth kind of babe.
Me too.
Yeah,
Me
but then
too.
I've got some reactions. Oh, I'm so sorry, mommy. I've got some reactions. Yeah,
Me
when I
too.
say, like, oh yeah, I like men spitting in my mouth, and they'll be like,
I said, shut up. That shit is mad. It's hot.
so hot.
But you know what pisses me off? I've come to realize
The
that.
spit is cold when you.
What? What
"What are you starting from?"
Let's go to 1,000 now. Start now. Because what?
Pardon, madam.
She said, you were do you want hot spit? Your own is the most please.
I don't know what I expected you to be.
Please. Valerie, is it okay that if you spit in your mouth, please? Oh, me, I like this. I like the it's the drool me I like. I don't want. It's not, just like you understand?
It's like off the tongue.
Exactly. Let you just roll down.
I don't like my ass being eaten.
Yeah, man.
I find it irritating.
Where?
What are you doing there?
Yeah, for me, it's just.
I feel like people that enjoy ass, it's people that say they enjoy ass eating. I think they're pretending.
No. Trust me. You know, like there are lots of nerve and.
So that
I want to that.
But you don't.
But you know there are lots of nerve endings.
No. Why?
It's everybody is born
standards.
into this life with different hedge.
Your own head is not for eating ass.
It's to be eaten, not to eat.
I don't know. If I love you, I'ma eat it.
Are you not scared?
No.
Why you do?
I mean, to be honest, I'm not gonna be fucking
I'm not
a dirty
fucking
boy.
a dirty man. None of the men are pressed day. But I just always
have you ever tried to like go there? Or
100%.
And then
so this is what happened. Yeah, this is what happened. I was drunk and I told him everything I'm gonna do to you. I'm gonna show you a good time, baby. And then on the approach, something just here. It was the same voice.
You smelled something.
No. I didn't smell anything. It was the same voice that spoke to me when I almost died when I was pressing this guy as well. Yeah, that said, "What are you doing?" And I said,
well, to eat ass.
Just move, yeah.
Wait, so what position was he in? Don't tell me his ass was already in the air, ready to receive your glorious tongue.
Yeah,
his ass was already in the air.
Oh, go down.
Do you like teabagging? I find that so awkward. Like,
no, I like it.
I don't think what I do is considered.
You try to swallow the entire dick plus the balls.
No.
Okay.
No.
Oh,
please
don't. You're doing this in this
No, trust me.
You're doing this in this
I remember with one of my faves, I was there for me because you'd be there thinking you're a deep throater Kinks. So one that we actually did and I was like, damn, I'm not swallowing what I think I'm swallowing. So there's no way I'm gonna reach the balls while this
and then you're not gonna.
You have to have
except you're starting from soft hair,
Yeah, I
from
think
scratch. If you're starting from scratch, you can do that. Then that is growing.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, because
okay. I've said the thing about ass eating. I don't like. I find it very annoying, and I just think like it's messy.
No, I think for me, it's not messy.
My person spits in my ass.
Oh, those ones.
So
why they
I
doing porn style?
I have a rule. Yeah. All forms. I don't like spit. All forms of oral sex.
Spit as lube.
I can punch someone in the face.
Why?
Spit is my favorite lube.
Why?
From Zaddy. Anyway.
Did you say spit is your favorite lube?
It's not.
I have to arrest you.
But you know, I be saying this thing like when you're in the throes of passion, every fluid, minus sweat, don't sweat in my eye. I hate
I kind of like that though.
They be sweating.
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like that.
No, like it's okay if you're exasperated or you're
My
perspiring,
favorite
but
lad, when he's putting in that work, when he's putting in that work, his forehead will be sweating and it'll be dripping on my face. I kind of like it. Not gonna lie.
I don't.
Not gonna lie.
Why is that
There's a
he's but you know what? For the power you're asking for, they're not sweating.
He's putting in a shift.
For what I'm asking for?
Yeah, the power and the passion and the speed. You guys sweat now.
Then I talk to her quite
but don't
agile.
drown me.
Sorry.
You know.
I was going to say something that's like
fucking trouble.
I swear.
You're gonna say something?
No, I'm not gonna say it again.
I'm dead.
Please spit and swallow.
Spit and swallow.
No.
Indeed.
I know spit. I know swallow. I don't do anything.
I'm screaming.
No. A little bit. Let me give you how I almost died.
About it now.
Tell us. Let me tell you how I almost died. Yeah.
So
like I said,
you remember that story I told you in my house?
Of course I remember. I
can never say it on the podcast.
You will never
tell later.
As long as I'm alive, you will never say that story on the public.
That's not what I'm talking about.
You will never say it on the public.
Fuck you, Halima.
So I said I'm a choke me, spit in my mouth.
They wanted to send you to your Lord.
It was choking me, and then I just noticed that
You're not breathing again.
No, not that.
I'm getting
the
faint.
breathing was the last thing I noticed. I just noticed that, wait, everything, it do be sounding far away.
Distant. I'm going.
It's sounding far away.
It's going.
No, it's sounding far away. When I now said, what's going? I was now seeing white spots in my vision.
Please, no.
And I just said, I'm feeling dreamy. And then I now heard a voice and it said, Adieu, Baba.
God forbid.
God forbid.
The way I just started slapping this guy, he said, what happened? I said, you're trying to kill me. Please
You know,
try
like getting
not to do
slapped during sex.
that. A light tap.
On my face.
Someone has slapped him on the
my
first
ass.
date.
I hate when people are too forward with that.
Spanking my ass.
No. Slapping.
Slapped.
Or
Oh,
even
I have
choking.
to
So
ask
yeah.
you,
Exactly.
slap me.
That's
If you
why I
slap me,
said like.
I'll right.
Well, right.
So that's the thing
it's
about
too
when you
fighting.
communicate your sexual preference. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, I like choking, I like this. People don't come and they meet you, and it's like, no, like you have to
I
earn
like
that
getting
status.
slaps.
It's not everybody that will
Like,
just.
No,
do.
me, I
don't know
like,
why.
You have to grant permission. You know,
I don't know why I like it, but it just like, funny enough, it was as a joke. Like, it was like a light tap. And I was like,
Yeah, it's like,
Do it again.
Exactly.
So, yeah, that's definitely that. So we're going to talk about, no.
anal. You can talk about it. Go ahead.
There's too much holding back on
You're
this
so
episode.
fucking irritated.
There's too
No,
much
go
release,
ahead.
baby.
No, I'm not really necessarily holding back, but I just feel like
I'm
it's not my personal preference.
so I'll tell you the truth. I'm really scared of anal.
Why? With your ass.
First of all, I'm really scared of anal because
Train your butt. Get a butt plug.
you don't even want to hear the origin of
Let
my
her
name.
say why she's afraid.
You have so much potential.
So me and my university boyfriend, we were, doing the do, where, yeah. Then I don't know how. Next thing I just felt is he slipped out and then just went,
Ooh!
on my body.
Did you bleed?
That's happened to
a
me
little
before, but not
bit.
as.
I didn't. I thought I was gonna die though. I don't remember.
So
I
I've
did
told you
think I was
before
gonna
that
die.
I've been overly stimulated during sex before, and I didn't realize that
It was
when
in
it
your
slipped
butt,
out,
but
it
went to your
my
butt.
bum. But like when I realized, I think that's when like it
You
kicked in, and I
kicked
was
in,
like,
hey.
"Hey, I better go."
He's like, no.
Less of that, please. But then, yeah, I think it's too much effort. Like it's
For
just
me, there's
Because the
zero reward
prep
in it.
and the
people be doing enema because you want to knack.
yeah, no, but I mean, I wouldn't say it's zero. It's low reward because like there's so many nerve endings and
Yes.
it can feel really good if
I
you're,
always say that one
you're
of the
into
best
that.
orgasms I've gotten was from,
yeah,
but like
because-
I just don't like it. I feel like I was talking to her about how when I had tried it one time, there were bubbles when I was farting out lube bubbles because we had used so much lube. Yes, like it's just
it's poop that just makes it for me, honestly. And then I will
scat play.
Yeah, scat.
Eh?
So people are into scat, so poop play.
Yes, now
You know,
did
you
I
did
send you?
shit
Did I
of
send you
lube.
that video of that guy that puts
Ice cubes and-
diarrhea in, that puts diarrhea medicine inside babe's
Oh,
food.
babe's food,
When they
yeah.
go on dates,
When they
he'll
go on
put
date.
medicine, he'll invite him to his house
That's
That he'll
crazy.
cook.
that he'll cook
And then he'll put laxatives in their
Thank
food.
you, in their food.
Then he'll now, when they say, oh, can I use the toilet? He'll
He'll
now
say,
say,
go
let
and
me
clean
clean
the
it.
toilet.
So what he'll do is he'll just go and occupy that toilet, not doing anything. They'll now shit on themselves on his sofa. He'll now be caring. Don't worry, I've got
take
change
care
of
of
clothes, shower. Da, da, da. One babe Sha said she came out earlier than expected, and he was just rubbing her shit.
He was
all
covered in
over.
the shit. Oh, I was telling her that she should. Can she get disease from that?
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, so that's the thing. Poop actually does have
Not like
a
a
lot
Nigerian
of-
mom.
No, but poop does obviously have a lot of bacteria. But I mean, it has to either get into your bloodstream or get into like your. For men, where's it really going to? That's going to cause diseases and
Jesus
stuff. Yeah,
Christ.
we don't be king shaming,
That's
but
the most
poop
disgusting
is
thing
like
I've heard. Ooh, should we talk about kinks?
yeah, but that's a kink poop play.
No,
I don't think I have any kinks, you know.
I have it.
You-
Yeah, I have
you
a
have
breeding
kink.
kink. We had this
You
conversation
just
about.
asphyxiation. You just say you like
Oh,
them
that's a
slapping you,
kink? Oh.
like them spitting in your mouth. You like them choking.
Can you get
I have kink.
that? Really?
I never knew. Really?
You also have a
Yes,
breeding kink. We had this conversation in my house.
Breeding.
No,
Yeah.
Valerie.
That's why I call me Mizari breeding.
No, Valerie. Open it. No, you see my. You see my hair? Open it. Open it.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that because I have it too.
God
And
forbid, man. I have a chronic fear of being bred. God forbid.
No,
I have a
and
breeding kink.
No, I don't have that one.
But like, the thing about it is, I know how my window, like I know my fertile window and I know my
So you don't mix
ovulation
it like
charts
that,
pretty
yeah.
well. I'm not obviously trying to do that when I'm ovulating.
that's dangerous.
Are you sure you don't want to live life on the edge?
No,
To be
that's
honest,
too much for the plot.
done when I was-
I was like, yeah, right. Yeah, right.
That one is too much for the plot, Valerie. I beg.
Nah, people see. Let me tell you, people be living life on the edge.
No,
and
that's
then
too
the
close
next
to the
day-
edge. You're flying too close to the sun.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes
For me, it's like-
you have to test if you're fertile or not.
Do you understand? There's sometimes I'm just like, have I been lucky?
PCOS and
Oh,
endometriosis.
you understand?
Okay, I'm not joking about it, but for real, I'm not trying to test anything, obviously, but I feel like when I'm actually ovulating, I do, like, obviously, I'm not trying to do that,
Yeah.
but generally, I have an insane breeding kink, man. Like, there's just something that it does. I don't know how to
So,
explain
do you
it.
think it's a breeding kink, or you just like the feeling and the completion of your
No,
vagina?
that's a
Is a breeding kink, right?
I like what the breeding is.
That's what you're imagining. Yeah, the swimmers are going to take my egg implantation, all of that
No,
stuff.
that's too far. Chill now. Relax. That's too relax.
Breeding.
No, not like,
giving zygotes.
breeding. Not like breeding, literally, like now producing a child.
Yeah.
No, but like, I just like it. I don't want to say what you Google what the breeding kink is. That's just it. But like, I'm not even sure if I want to have kids. Like I've said this, like I'm like right now I'm leaning more towards not having kids.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's what I'm trying to do. But then, to be honest, for the longest time I had an IUD. And then I had the implant. The IUD was after my life, man. My parents,
Same. I was
almost
bleeding like
paralyzed.
a motherfucker,
Yes,
bro.
you did.
Doing cramps. It was when I went
paralyzed?
So heavy. Like my legs, when I naturally I have really bad cramps and my legs hurt. My back, I'm
So that's what happened.
I'm
I would go
sick.
numb. My legs start vibrating.
Me
up
too.
To my leg.
Me too.
Yeah.
It was so bad, and it was the non-hormonal one. So I was
Same.
just like,
No, copper IUDs after your life.
I
It's
just
after
like,
your-
see, it's not that.
I even
deep.
went for. It was when I went for my 6-month checkup. I was like, remove.
I had mine for 3 years.
You tried it.
They removed.
No, I was bleeding too
They
much.
removed mine. They actually removed it last year when I was getting surgery. The doctor
serious?
removed it. Yeah, he removed it because
Yeah,
they had
hell
to
no.
put a catheter after my surgery and like just a whole bunch of stuff. So he was like, he just feels like I should just
be
leave
easier,
my
yeah.
where is it in my
Cervix.
cervix. Yes, that I should just leave my
rest.
cervix alone. Yeah. Also fibroids and all that stuff. He was like, "You think you're young?" I was like,
I'm
"Okay,
screaming.
thank you for age shaming me, dear." But like, yeah, that's I don't have it
That's
anymore.
crazy.
I got the one in my arm, and
The implant.
I want to try that one.
I
next.
gained. First of all, I gained so much weight. It made me moody. Buzzworth, you pay your mommy will pay for my nails. Oh.
I beg.
It made me Farnsworth. Why do they keep calling me Buzzworth? It made me gain weight. My period became it became longer. So I started having like 7-day periods.
Yeah.
And then just before I took it out, I literally had my period for like 2 weeks. And I was just like,
How long do you have it in? Because sometimes you have to give them time to adjust. But my own is that adjustment
No, I had
time
it for
feels
a
like
while.
punishment.
I feel like it was like more than at least 6 months. I had it for a bit. So I just decided that's like
People try me.
all
I
those
pull and
things.
pray.
Pull
She
and
said
pray.
Pull and pray.
So,
Girl,
I mean, sometimes you have to
No, this is the thing. The person I am dealing with
not pull and
pull our
pray.
game strong, Abby.
is not even. No, he's not.
Or is
Is
it
it
that? He's shooting blanks.
He has a
No, God forbid,
vasectomy.
Does he have a
Yes,
vasectomy?
No,
God,
he's
please,
a
I
young
need a
black
vasectomy
rest,
man.
No,
I'm screaming.
I need it.
Why? No, I need a vasectomy, man. Are you fucking kidding me?
Let me be testing my own breeding king.
I'm screaming. Exactly. Once you try, it might not go back.
Yes,
No,
man.
this
I'm
people
on
like
those
if we have a
chronic
child
feels.
today, we are going to.
But I always ask if we're going to be filming. Okay, yeah, we're exclusive. The first question before we say we want to stop using covers, I'm like, if I get pregnant, what's going to happen? I need to know. 100%. But the thing is,
what do you want to
we have a plan.
Isn't that what you want to do?
I want to know where your mind is at first of all. But the thing is, whatever you say, actually, you know what? I actually hate when men say, "Oh, we'll keep it," because that means I know that you are going to intentionally be reckless. But if you are also afraid of having a child, you'll be more careful.
I feel like I forgot to mention that this breeding cake is not necessarily something that I do like.
Of course, no, it's all and sundry. Of course,
I was just like, let me just before someone will come and call me a cum bucket now. Let me just be specific.
No, but it's not even about just people completing their mission inside you. It's like if you're going to even be having raw sex, if you're going to even be having raw sex as well, you know that there's a risk. You can get pregnant from pre-cum. You can get pregnant from the first round. What happens when it's round 2? They still come in the thingy and stuff. All of those things, they be happening. So you just have to be responsible in that area. I just be thinking, I'm just like, lucky unable. Yeah.
Okay, so I think we finished talking about kinks, have we? So should we ask the audience to send us their kinks?
Yes.
I feel like Nigerians, their kinks are very, very
dry.
Yes. A kink. Oh, they say flogging, choking. Like it's like
flogging.
Yeah. No,
I like being bound and blindfolded.
Yeah, so that's like the B of BDSM bondage.
The blindfolded. I need to see what's going on.
No, I love being blindfolded.
No, for me it can't be both at the same time. I grew up in South London.
That's when you know that. You know that the man actually hates you. Imagine someone cover your eye, tie you. Next thing,
I saw one tweet that said, "What if your lash tech sets you, preps you for your lashes?"
No, don't rub your eyes together and then it's happy. I can imagine you fighting for your So just imagine someone has cuffed you like this. They've tied your leg the most is if they tie you upside down. So yeah, she's in there.
That's what I'm saying. It has to be one of the other. You can't blindfold me.
For me, I don't even like sex in darkness. So like, I remember me and someone we were arguing about which of your senses would you rather lose during sex? Like, which one would you rather not do without?
I don't even hear. I said this.
You said this, and I'm really scared. I'm really scared. I'm really
scared. What if I shout fire?
What if the guy said, "Yeah, you're biting me"? She's like,
no, you don't understand what I mean. There are just some moments in the pleasure.
No, it's only orgasms that have given me partial deafness or like ringing in my ears. But like
partial deafness.
But like,
you know when in movies when it goes slow.
Yeah. What kind of sex are you niggas having?
Yeah.
That you are becoming partially go for. Oh my career will now end up because of dick. No,
it's just for the moment now.
I don't want it for the second. I don't want to try. I don't want to risk it.
Don't fucking kill me.
No, it's
I don't want to risk it. I don't mind. What sense?
Yeah, like
taste.
Really.
What am I tasting on you right there in that moment? I need to be tasting. Nah. No. Taste.
What is mine?
I wouldn't say.
No, I need to smell. I love smelling.
I've got a very strong nose.
Yeah, I like
my own. I have to smell. I feel like how a man smells. I think that's the first stage of foreplay for me.
Yeah, it's very arousing.
Let me smell your neck.
There's someone, funny enough, there was actually someone who I didn't have sex with him because of the perfume he used and some other thing. He turned me off biologically. Like, my nose is extremely sensitive. And then he had a perfume that it was about like the icks were like you were literally fighting my senses. My senses were just like nope. Yeah. And then he used one perfume that made me sick, and he would always. I was just like, I'm sorry.
Sorry to that man.
Sorry. Next time, don't use that stupid perfume anymore.
Well, fair enough. Have we covered everything?
I think we've covered everything.
Do you have any sex advice for Nigerians out there? Go and get tested.
Yes, so all of you breeders. I'm joking.
Why you gotta throw me under the bus?
I'm joking. But to be fair, we don't have a good see what I saw. Testing.
I was going to send a picture to you because you're always preaching sexual health.
Oh, okay.
So I was going to send it to you because
Was it when you did it? All the tests?
I sent that to you already, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. You did.
But I want to show you something.
But as I was saying, get tested and do comprehensive tests. Not just, I did HIV, I did hepatitis. Check everything. Chlamydia, gonorrhea, trich. Oh, okay. That's good. That's good because in most countries, they actually do that. You do the home test kit and then...
So it's like, it's a lab that offers like... It come in and ask for peachy. No name, no details, totally anonymous. And like they do like...
a full test. That's lovely.
It says most panel test for the most common STIs: chlamydia, gonorrhea, syphilis, hepatitis B, and HIV.
I love that.
Yeah. Which, I mean, it's cool and it's cute, but I feel like we need to move away from being ashamed to say, hey, I want to do like a full sexual profile and stuff. And obviously, who is even listening to you like giving the list? I thought this was like a home test kit thing. When they said in private, I thought it would be like, you take, no. So, go and actually check. Because some people just feel like the most common STD symptom is no symptom.
Yeah.
And especially for men, because they rarely get anything. It's only sometimes, obviously, the way when there's like discharge or it's itching and stuff, you can be fine. There's no pain, there's no swelling, there's no discharge, but you're carrying like 3 different STDs and you're sharing it around like party pack. And I know like we always say, use condoms. You should use condoms, but people are also very reckless with using condoms because there's this, I use a condom on the first round, second round, third one, there's no condom, then let's go raw. Before, and the thing is, a lot of people, once they fuck raw once, that's crazy.
I woke his mom up.
Stealthed her, like they start with condom, then they take it off with sex.
Serious?
I woke his mom up
Exactly.
because we were in his parents' house.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like, why is your son a rapist?
Exactly. As you should have done.
It was just uncomfortable for everybody, and I was happy because I'm not the only one that will be uncomfortable. None of us be uncomfortable.
I love that.
That's fair enough.
Like, and I was making a noise, and I was still trying to leave. Like, I was like screaming, and I was yelling, and I was like, I just want to say what I want to say, and I want to go. Like, she came, I said what I wanted to say, and I dipped. Perfect. Actually,
let his mom know that his son is
like he now like he thinks that so much time has passed. That now that he sees me in Lagos, he actually tries to say hi to me, and I'm just like,
no.
Okay? Even if it's 1 million years, it's been like at least 8 years,
Not
9
long
years.
enough.
Exactly. Like it's like your abuser seeing you and then trying to talk to you. Are you sick? That has happened to me as well. Like chasing me on the bridge. Yeah, like I was jogging on the bridge.
Jogging.
Yeah, and he saw me in car and he did a loop and started following me.
Creepy.
I'm shouting that I should forgive him. Is it not? Is that person normal?
From inside the car.
Listen,
You people are kind in Lagos. You need to start carrying pepper spray.
that's why I don't jog on the bridge anymore. Oh, someone flashed me as well. So I was just
I'm
like,
sorry.
yeah.
I mean, to be honest, I don't jog because
he
of
just
men.
walked up to me boldly like this and showed me his dick. I swear to God.
No, I don't.
I was so confused. I've never
following me
been
around.
I've never been so confused, violated, traumatized, disgusted.
You would even be shocked and stunned, like
I
what
was
just
like-
fucking happened.
I was just like, and then like I was holding, so I used to go on bridge with like weights. Like I had this like 4 kg dumbbells that I used to hold.
You didn't
And I was like,
stun
I'll
anyone.
bash your
as
head
in,
in.
I
And he
will-
actually wanted to, with his dick out, he wanted to start fighting me.
I will use these dumbbells. I will knock them together
There
and
were some
bust your balls.
there
Are
were
you
some
crazy?
2 guys that were jogging behind me, and they like when like were seeing the altercation, they literally like ran to me, and one literally like dragged me. Literally, we had to go across to the other side of the bridge. So we're jogging. So you know when you're going into Lekki,
Yeah.
So we're jogging on that side.
Okay.
So he took
you
me
to
to
the
the other
other
side,
side, like outside of
into
Lekki,
Ikoyi,
yeah.
and like so the other guy was now like challenging the guy that flashed me, like, what's your problem, why are you doing this, blah blah, like pretty much like raising an alarm and stuff, like pushing him, like what's wrong with you, why you do that kind of pee. And obviously like people were trying to gather, so these guys, now the other guy that was with him now like pretty much told him like what kind of rubbish is that, pretty much changed it for him, and then walked over to meet me and his friend. And they were so kind enough to walk me back to my car because I said I wasn't going to jog again.
Of course, who wants to jog after that?
Because
Hey,
it was that
safe.
day that I realized how long and how scary it is to
It
actually
is,
jog on that
yes,
bridge.
now.
Because I was like, if this man should start chasing me,
Where will you go to?
Fam.
Where is that from?
it
is well.
no. So I just said, no more, like Ikoyi Bridge.
Peace out.
Thanks, but no thanks. I'll run on the treadmill.
Abby.
No, honestly, that's literally why I stuck to gyms, because people will literally follow you, and it's so weird. Like, no, niggas are
Yes,
so
people will follow you. They will.
Or they'll post you on Instagram.
And I
I'm
feel
dead.
like that year, jogging on Lowkey Relatable bridge was even like a thing.
Yeah, it was.
Like you in the morning, there are different times where you see different people. Like it almost became like,
Hi, hey, what's up?
It didn't take long for it to cast now, and then
Now nobody does it.
Yeah, I feel like people don't be doing it like that anymore.
I beg you, it's not worth it.
It is well.
Fair enough.
But anyway, that's our wrap up our episode.
Yeah, so
We're talking about sex.
Oh yeah, so we're talking about sex advice. So I was saying get tested.
100% please.
Don't listen to us. You know, we're here talking about how we love big dicks. Like if you're with your medium, whatever size
Anima,
it is,
please.
you know, no, it's facts. Because a lot of women also don't like massive penises. Some like smaller ones. Just like you said, how you get bored. Some people get bored with penetration. So, you know, whatever partner you find yourself having, there are always ways to go around it. But also don't feel like you are obligated to stay with anyone if they're not your sexual match. But you should be open to working on your compatibility. Consent, always. Safety. I always say when it comes to sex, safety is important. Emotional, mental safety. Like, yes, liberation. Yes, fuck who you want. But also you should have that, you know, assertion in picking who your partners are, especially for women. Don't pick, you know, the best of what comes to you. I think that you should also have the say in like going after what you want. That one can go dicey in this town, you know, that's a whole loaded conversation. But just take charge of your sex life, you know. Find out what you want, explore, communicate, and then don't be afraid to say no. Mid-stroke, just before he comes, whatever it is, whatever dynamic ramification, just have fun.
However you're feeling, don't ever like feel like you can't say no.
Yeah.
I think that's definitely something that like my younger self would appreciate to hear because
it be things.
Listen, let's not even get
you
into
don't
that.
owe anybody sex. You don't owe, and you know, I know that we're in this society where everybody wants from overall best in WAP or my stroke game. Men, please, good sex is not just I broke her back type thing. And it's kind of like what Garb said as well, where it's like everybody you encounter is like a new land to explore. So don't come with the chiki or the whatever it is. Don't the thing is, yes, I like when someone has experience, but in experience you should also pay attention to the body. How is this reacting? You know, so like the first time sometimes will be very exploratory, except you guys have that natural energy where there's sometimes it's just a mad match. But you know, don't be afraid to ask, try certain things, don't go with aggression. Some people like, so for me now, there's some people who are always afraid when I say choke, they're very like soft and it's like, nah, I want, you know, but ask.
Yeah, we're talking about hikis and like you like to be eating.
I do like to be eating. I never show you the latest one.
Yes.
I saw it on your close friends.
It's hidden in plain sight.
I know. I know.
Oh my God,
wait, there was one time we turned out, I was like, this thing is still there, Sha.
It is there. It is there. So I do love my battle scars, you know.
I love that for you.
You know, but ask me, don't be I'm a public figure. I can't be disclosing my
I appreciate that.
But yeah, so just have fun with it. Don't feel ashamed. You know, we still have a very, like, even now I'm sure there are people in the comments that say, is it only sex you will know I talk about? Yes, that's my job. That's what I do. I will talk about sex until you're tired of me. So yes,
until she's
you know,
blue in the motherfucking face.
From stroke me, daddy. But
Please, I beg.
but yes, that's it from me.
Okay.
Thank you.
Me, I don't have any sex advice. I know I told you everything you need to know. Don't ask me too. I'm still learning.
And men, stop being
learning
afraid
as
of
well.
sex toys as well. Don't be afraid of sex toys.
Don't be intimidated.
Yes.
Why are you intimidated
Allies,
by
not
plastic?
enemies. You know, they feel
Allies, not enemies.
that's how you see men say, oh, women cannot be satisfied because of toys. No, baby, it's because you don't know what you're doing.
Literally.
You understand? Why man of two, you know? Allies.
You're fucking insane.
No, we are. It's like if you're gonna drive a car, you use microwave. Why do you draw the line in sex? No, you cannot use this because it's unnatural. Then use next time you want to cook, use stone and this since it's so unnatural. Like, please get real. But yeah,
Fair enough.
that's it.
Thank you so much for this amazing episode. I had fun.
Oh,
Jinx.
cute.
This episode is definitely going to put me into trouble. I'm not looking forward to the edits at all.
No.
I don't know what the fuck they're going to put in the edits.
I
but
think we should buy one day a present.
We should bribe him.
Wait, I don't think you said anything flaming, but I feel like streets like when Valerie is talking about sex. You know,
Lowkey, I think they do.
they do. I think that you're almost more sexualized than I am.
Yeah.
If I think about it.
I think
Even
I'm very
me.
sexualized.
Yeah, you are.
I
You
am.
are very sexualized.
I am.
I
but
mean, I can even see why girls would be sexualized.
it is what
It's
it
a sexual
is.
linker.
Me, I'm quite a sexual person, but I've realized that as I've gotten older,
You've had to tone it down because of.
to be honest, I don't think I've necessarily toned it down. I'm just more
mindful of the energies around you and where you express your sexual self. I get it.
Chai!
I get it,
Told
baby.
the words right out of my mouth.
I get it. No, just because you know, it's the same way how I think you had when we get talking about do you kiss on the first days and you don't. You know, it's annoying because as much as you know why in this phase of like being your true sexual self and all of that stuff, you still have to do with societal norms. Like, oh, she's easy, she kisses. It's like nigga, shut the fuck up.
The thing about it is, I always say that like if I'm going to hook up with someone, like I don't like I said it like I was used to like if I see you, I like you,
we move.
But I've tried like a different approach, and to be honest, I have enjoyed it. But like, I just don't believe in that long game. Like if you want to, like you're just longing him. For
exactly, it's unnecessary. And honestly, the thing is, I am 100% someone that will drop you if the sex is trash. So if we like, say okay, let's talk for 6 months. If you bring your D game is rubbish, that's the end of it.
Actually.
So like, thanks for the 6 months, but bye. You know, so sometimes get it out of the way if you.
That would be so disappointing.
You know, like why are you wasting my time?
Waste of time.
Why are you wasting my time?
But I'm glad that when I waited, it wasn't a waste of time. So there's that.
Bless God.
Alhamdulillah. Yeah. Anyway,
thank you so much for hanging out with us today. Can you let the viewers know where they can find you?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Hausa Chocolate. Find my podcast at Space or Swallow Pod. But if you click my Instagram, everything I do there, Nigerian mental health, holistically, hurricane toys, bisex toys, everything is in my Instagram.
Yeah, she sells sex toys.
Actually, go get some, guys.
Alrighty.
In both ways.
Thank you so much for watching. If you're looking for me, I'm Valerie.ak on Instagram and everywhere else. Like it's Valerie Ek or Valerie.ek across board. And we are
and if you're looking for me, I'm at DJT Garbs on everything. That's DJTGARBS on everything. And we are Lowkey Relatable Pod across the board. So follow. Make sure you follow our YouTube channel, Lowkey Relatable. Comment, like, and subscribe. You lot love our content.
Last question to ask.
Yeah.
What is a non-sexual turn-on for you?
Money.
Fair.
Non-sexual turn-on. I'd say money too, but then like, can I say attention?
Okay.
I love like my parents, like they've always my whole family always makes fun of me
blushing
that I love attention. I'm the last one. I love like if you give me attention.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love attention.
So money.
Fair.
So if you ignore me, you're literally like trying to. That means you hate me.
Yeah. Fair.
That means if you ignore me, you hate me.
Valid.
Anyway, yeah. So, what's yours?
Non-sexual turn on. Honestly, it's really not money. I wouldn't even say it's money. I would say, gosh, you know the worst. I think the problem is, I always choose who I am. Always, like I said on many things, I'm the sniper. So I end up being like aroused. I'll say hands. Let me just keep it simple.
Are you serious?
Hands.
You know when I
like
say
hands
money, I'm talking about money as a form of foreplay.
That's why they should be spraying money.
Hey, like if we go out to the club, you sprayed me, that sort of thing.
Really?
Not that 100%.
Oh, I thought you meant like as
I like
gifts.
a man
No.
with nice feet.
So for me, it's hands. For me, it's hands for sure. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So such wholesome babes. Anyway, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe on our YouTube channel because help our lives in it. I am terrible at these outros, but thank you for watching. We appreciate you, and we hope you've enjoyed this episode.
Oh, did I just flash?
Please, my baby.
This was censored.
Censor it. Thank you.
But Fonz, what is saying bye to?
Bye, guys.